Hey guys and girls, King Lear here from Proceed to Checkpoint, and we are back continuing our Pokemon game. Now this time I want to cover off setting the map properties for your maps, and in addition to that, how to make your game look aesthetically pleasing at nighttime. So the first thing I'm going to cover off is the map properties, and now I don't want to do this on our actual map, so the first thing I want to do is go into debug. And then I want to use the debug menu to warp to our test map. And I'm going to set the map properties here to show you. So here is our town. So if we go again into our debug and we look for the option, there's a lot of options in here, set metadata. So this is the option we're looking for to set our map properties. And we want to do it on this map. So the first thing is this an outdoor zone or not? If this is, then it'll be counted as an outdoor zone, and the map will be tinted depending on the time of day. So for this, we want to say yes, this is an outdoor zone. Show area, do we want the area's name to display when you walk into it? Yes, we do. Do we want the bicycle to be used on this map? Yes. Do we want the person to always have to use a bicycle? No, we don't. We don't need to set a healing spot here. There's no Pokemon Center here. If you had a town where you were making a Pokemon Center, you'd set the healing spot there, and that's where the person would respawn or fly to. Do we want to set a weather condition? No, we don't. Not for this particular map. The other options I won't really cover at this time. Map position, dive. Is this a safari map? It's not. Is it a dungeon? No. We don't need to set a battle background for the map because there's no battles that are going to happen here. Map size. So the only thing we really care about now is this is an outdoor zone. We want to show the area name when a person walks into it, and we want them to be able to use the bicycle on this map. The rest of the stuff we'll cover off later on. So if we go out of debug now, you will see that because it's nighttime here, it is almost 10 o'clock. The map has tinted to show that it's nighttime. Now it looks a little bit strange at this point because there's no lights on. The town just looks very, very black, very, very dark. So what we're going to do is create some graphics and some scripts to make it look like nighttime properly. So what I want to do first is I want to open up a copy of Paint, and I want to open in our game, I want to open the tile sets, and I want to open the outside tile set. So this is our tile set for our game. So this contains all of the tiles, and we can come in here, and if you have pixel art skills, you can edit and change these around as much as you want. So this is our house. This is what we're looking for. And I want to open up another window of Paint. And what I want to do is I want to take each of the tiles that show a window, and I want to edit them. So I'm going to make a new event. I'm going to choose tile set, and then I'm going to choose the tile that I want to edit. Why am I doing that? I am doing that because the easiest way I found to get a particular tile is just to snip it out of here. So there we go. So let's paste this in here. And that is one single tile there. So if we want to select the tile, we can very easily just drag over it, and that's our tile. So if we open up our tile set, we need to edit this tile. And we want to edit it I'm going to use these blank spaces here. So I'm going to slot this tile in here. Make sure that it's filling a full tile space. So that is a tile space there. So there's one of our tiles. Now we'll do that for each of them. So if we edit it, we want this one now. Take that. Do the same thing here. So we want to take this, and that again is a tile. Oh, didn't mean to resize that there. Again, we want this to take up a full tile slot, which would be there. And in addition to that, then we want to take the rest of them. So we need this as well. This is another tile. Let's copy that, bring it in here. There's probably a simpler, easier way to do this, but I find this is the easiest way to just get the exact tiles you want easily. There we go. And finally, we want these two. Same story again. Let's grab this tile, bring it in here, copy that. I'm not gonna use, I'll just put it in these spaces down here. And then the final one is this one. So let's take that then. And here's our last window tile. Slot this into place. So there, those three and these two are our window tiles that we need here. So what we want to do now, I'm going to open up a file that I made earlier. Okay, let's not do that yet. So I need to just have the windows left here. So I want to cut out everything around the windows and just keep the windows themselves. I want to cut out those windowsills as well. So the only thing I want left is the glass of the windows. Oh, I selected too much there. Selected too much again. Stop doing that. There we go. So all we have left there is the glass from the windows. Now, I want to open a tile set I made previously because I want some color references off it. So let's zoom in here. So you'll get a sneak preview of what I'm trying to do here. I am basically going to color in the windows so it looks like it's light outside. So I'm just going to copy this over to here as a color reference. And then we're going to use our dropper tool. So we want 3 colors because there's 3 different shades of windows. We want a very, very light, a medium, and then a dark to give it this appearance of light. So we'll color in the light parts. color in the medium parts. And then color in... Oh, that was wrong. Color in the dark parts. And it'll become very clear why I am doing this as we work on putting the windows in and adding the aesthetic feel. So there we have just the glass out of the windows without any of the other stuff around it. I should mention anything in white here is going to be transparent. So that's why I need the white background around them, because when you import that in game, that white is going to be transparent. So we will save that tile set. We'll go back into RPG Maker. Tools, Material Base, Tile Sets, and let's import our tile set over the original one. So we want the outside tile set. We want the transparent color to be white. So we left click on white. Semi-transparent should be white as well. Okay. So now our tile set is in there with those tiles that we've just placed in. Now what we want to do is we want to add an event to each of the windows here. And we want that event to have a switch. And the switch we want to use is number 15 here. PB day night is night question mark get time now. And what this switch does, this switch 15, this detects if it's nighttime or not. We then want to give this a graphic. And the graphic we want to give it is the window graphic. So if, and that's the window graphic that we just created. So I need to do another little bit of editing here, and I need to cut out this line. So let's save that again, and let's import that tile set again, because I left a line too many in there. There we go. Go back into our event. So yeah, switch number 15 to detect if it's nighttime. And then we need to use a tile set graphic for the event. And we need to use this transparent window here. We don't need to do anything else. This event doesn't have to be interactable at all. It just has to detect if it's nighttime. And if it's nighttime, then this event will have this graphic. Did we take too much out of this? Actually, we need a page here. And the second page should detect if it's nighttime and display that graphic. The first page should have no switch and should be blank. So if it's not, if there's nothing happening, then this event will be blank. If it's nighttime, then this event will have that graphic. Now we want to do that for this window as well. So switch number 15 is at nighttime. If it's nighttime, we want to have the graphic of the second window. Just going to copy this event. Same story for this one, except it should obviously have the graphic of the third window. Same story for this one, except it should have this graphic. And same story for this one, except it should have this graphic. So they're the graphics that we made for our windows, and these switches are set so that if it's nighttime, the windows will have those graphic. So I'll go in game and I'll show you what that looks like. So one of those doesn't work. This one. Why doesn't this one work? if it's nighttime, it should have this graphic. That looks correct. Let's try that again. There we go. So if it's nighttime, those windows are going to have that graphic on it. So, still doesn't look fantastic because obviously the tone of nighttime is over the windows. So what you can do is, if you rename the event to regular tone, capital R, capital T. So we want to do this with each of the events. Then that tone effect will not be applied onto the event. So the graphic of the event will not have the nighttime tone over it. So if we look at it now, you can see the only thing that doesn't have the nighttime tone placed over it are those events. And that's why we had to cut the outside out of the windows. Because if we didn't cut the outside out of the windows, what would happen is the area around the windows, so the wall of the house, would have the regular tone as well. So that's why we need that to be transparent. Whereas now, the only thing that has the regular tone applied is the glass of the windows. So it looks like light is coming from outside the glass of the windows. This works with doors as well, but doors are a little bit trickier. So if I open up our tile sets, our graphics, I go into characters and I open up our doors. So the doors we're using here are these ones. So let's zoom in on these. So these are the doors we have here. Now if we try and do this with these doors, let's try this now. And our dark one. You'll see exactly what I mean about that regular tone thing. So let's save those door graphics. Let's launch our game and see. Oh, actually, we need to apply regular tone to this as well. So if we try to do this with the doors, what you're going to see is that's what would have happened with the windows as well if we didn't remove the edges around them. The whole thing has the regular tone applied to it, so it looks really, really wrong. Now with the windows, they were already on the map because of the tile set, so that wasn't too bad. The doors are an event, and it's a moving event, which means we can't just have the window graphic. Now I have found a way around this, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So let's remove the regular tone here and just change the name of the door back. We want to open up the game again. We want to check out our door. There's our door event. So if I get my snipping tool, what I want to do is just take this door event and I want to close the game down then. We want to go back into Paint and we want to open our door graphic in Paint again. Here we go. And what we want to do with this door graphic is we want to change the tone of the door to match the nighttime tone. So what that means is I need to color this door to match how it looks at nighttime. So let's do that here now. Do the grey as well. So now that door is going to match how it looks at nighttime. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. So I need to save this. That's a PNG file. Doors 5 light. Okay. Now what's also going to be needed is we're going to have to make it look like the light is coming out of the door. So we're going to take our light colors here. And we're going to just color this in. Going to take our medium color and color this part in. We're going to take our dark nighttime color and color this part in. We're going to do the exact same down here. Boom. We're going to take our medium color and color in these parts. Going to leave the door handle looking as it is, and then we want our dark color to color in this part, and then much the same down here. Oh, didn't want to do that. We want to do the same thing here, so we want the medium color and finally the dark color. So now we want to save that. Oh, I forgot to do the bottom part here. So let's finish that off. So now these are normal, except we've changed it so light is coming out of them instead of a shadow. But the actual door graphic itself, everything except for the window, matches exactly how it looked at nighttime. So I have my copy of that saved there now. Give me a moment to... Where are we? Give me a moment to get the original door graphics because I accidentally replaced them. Doors 5, that's it. Graphics, characters. Paste, 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 paste. Replace the file. There we go. So, now what we want to do, very similar again. We have our door. We have our two different scripts for the door, which we mentioned before in our video on doing events. So feel free to check that out. We want to copy both of these pages and make a copy of them. We then want one of these pages to have the nighttime switch, and our copy of this page to have the nighttime switch. So these are identical pages, except one of them detects if it's nighttime and one of them does not. For the nighttime ones, we want to change our graphics to the dark doors that we created earlier. And now we want to apply the regular tone to this event. So let's have a look and see what that has done. So if we load into the game, you'll see because we changed the tone of our doors to match how it looks at nighttime, when you apply the regular tone, it looks exactly how it should. And if we go through the doors, there we go. We see the light coming out of them. Now, the fact that the door goes so bright so quickly looks a little bit weird, so you might want to darken up the other parts of the door as well, but I'm terrible at pixel art, so I haven't done that. But now, we can see our windows are lit up with regular tone, the background is transparent, and we've recolored our door to match how it should look at nighttime, so that the regular tone makes it look normal. And we can simply go in through our door and go back out again. And that works absolutely perfectly. And you can see it doesn't affect it at all. If we go into the map options and we change the map to daytime, set metadata, outdoor, false, so it switches back to daytime. Oh, that does look a little weird now, actually. Damn it, I didn't quite think that through. Why is it still detecting it's nighttime? Now that we've saved our metadata, let's try and load that again, because I have a feeling that could just be an issue with the code. No, damn it, it's still broken. Well, to be honest, that's not actually a huge issue, because if this wasn't going to be a nighttime map, you wouldn't have these settings in there. So, for example, the reason this is happening is because even though we have nighttime effects turned off on this map, the computer still knows it's nighttime. So if we had nighttime effects turned on, then this door would look absolutely normal. Let's set the metadata. Set metadata. Outdoor. Yes. Cool. So if we have nighttime effects on, this door looks absolutely normal. If we don't, so bear with me a second. How do I get my start menu up? Close this. Give me a start menu, please. If we change the clock on our computer, date and time settings, set automatically, off, change date and time. Let's set it to be midday. Okay, so now our computer thinks it's midday. So if we launch this up to see what it would look like in daytime, it looks absolutely fine because it detects it's daytime, so it switches back to the other door. So that's not actually an issue. The only thing is, if you're not having the outdoor nighttime effects on your zone, you need to make sure you don't have these extra pages in there. If you do have the nighttime effects, then add these extra pages, but it's not a problem. It'll still look absolutely fine. So that is how you set the data for your maps to make it outdoor, to let you cycle on it. And that's how you do a little bit of changing around the tile set so that it looks good at nighttime. Pretty sweet, eh? So I'm going to duplicate this over here. So I can literally just copy these events over to this house. Now I do need to do it slightly differently here because obviously the door events have code in them. But if we do exactly what we did on the other door on this one. Is it nighttime? Yes, it is nighttime. Then you can see it'll work on this one as well. So let's just load that up and make sure. Yeah, I didn't change the name of this event though. Regular tone. So let's have a look. So yeah, there we go. Our town looks much better and much more aesthetically pleasing at nighttime there. So, hopefully you understood that. If not, just drop me a comment and let me know and I'll be happy to help. But it's fairly straightforward. You basically have to make a copy of the tiles and then have an event to overlay the bright copy of it when it's nighttime. So yeah, if you're not having the map be outdoor, don't add these extra fields to detect if it's nighttime and change the graphic, because you'll just mess things up. It'll look perfectly normal if you don't have these events. So the only reason you should put these events in is if you're going to have this as an outdoor map and have the nighttime graphics in there. So as I said, that's not something that I'm going to put in my actual game or in the actual one I'm making for the series. I just wanted to cover this off and show you while we were setting up the map and nighttime and the data and stuff like that, how you can make this look good in your own game. So that's how to do nighttime. And of course, if you want to go into the tile set and edit these windows on Professor Oak's, you just do it the exact same way. You're only changing different tiles, so it's very straightforward. You could use the same type of thing to make street lights or to do anything like that. So hopefully that has been helpful, guys. I am going to warp us back to the map that we're using for the actual game. So this is the actual map. I'm not going to put nighttime in here, but I will go in and set the metadata for this up. So let's set the metadata for this town up. So outdoor false, because we don't want it to be tinted according to the time of day. We do want it to show the name of the area when you walk into it though, and we do want you to be able to use your bicycle. The rest of it, as I said, we don't need at this point, so we'll cover off later. And then let's save our game so we're ready to go for the next episode. Boom, game saved. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully that has explained how to turn your map into nighttime and how to do a little bit of tile changing around to make your map look good at nighttime. And I will see you in the next episode where we're going to cover off how to do the intro event where you receive your first Pokemon and battle your rival. So, thank you very much, guys. Hit like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this has helped. Let me know if you're enjoying this. And hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date as I keep making the game and keep learning this and coming out with new things. Because as I learn how to do things in Pokemon Essentials, I'm going to be covering these off in videos. So for now, guys, thank you very much, and I will see you next time.